Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming to the Max and part 9 of our Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich, the German Empire. So, in the last episode, we came over to Central America and we helped form the Central American Republic. We've been fighting over in Asia alongside the Qing government and the League of the Southeastern Province or Southeast Provinces. We did leave this area. I did pull my troops out. They are fighting against the Co-Prosperity Sphere right now, against the Japanese. I will come back over and help at some point, but right now I wanted to move those units over to the Princely Federation, try to help and defeat the Dominion of India. And we do have units down here fighting for the Ottoman Empire against Iran for right now. I'm trying to think of what else kind of happened. We had Bulgaria join the Reichspakt alongside Albania. And yeah, mostly we've just been focusing on our focus tree. There's been a lot to do on our focus tree, so that's what we've been just trying to get done. We can claim Siamese East Asia, which is, I think, yeah, these regions were Cambodia, and it said a couple other territories, didn't it? Yeah, there's 6 territories altogether. Probably these ones. Yeah, we'll just have the claims. We won't do anything with the claims, but we'll have them. So yeah, it was those territories, these territories. Nice. What's that? Opel. Alright, a hardness. So let's do that. Hardness for our trucks. Then the Europa Commission Summit, choice of agenda. Yeah, let's do that. Infantry equipment, total artillery, and armor production costs, negative 10%. No longer getting financial injection, yeah. Let's see. Military factories. Construction speed would be pretty nice. I think that financial injection is what we're going to go with. Alright, and when we want to get done with this, expand the Kaiser Wilhelm Society so we can get that extra research slot. And I think we'll move down to our military focus tree. Might get that. And then I thought they had an extra focus tree down here too. Unless I was looking at that wrong. Excuse me. Opposition criticizes the army. The two most influential opposition parties, the SPD and the LVP, have been using the Reichstag as a soapbox, but this time to agitate against military spending. Both parties have pointed out that massive finances rightfully dedicated to the Heering called for a reduction, which they state could be redistributed to social services or education. We've seen this pop up a couple of times. Negative 2% war support, change the popularity of radical socialism and social democracy plus 1%. Yeah, not really low manpower, but we are at 500,000. We are waiting for our research to be done. We got 13 days for that improved military, or the improved medium tank chassis is what we're really hoping for. Joint exercise with Poland. Poland has proposed a major joint military exercise between the Polish and German forces. Exercises between the country of the Reichspakts are not uncommon at all, and we share a lot of the same equipment and training, mostly thanks to our friends in Berlin. In this light, their plan is nothing strange, and in the constantly darkening international situation, especially with the growing Russian revanchism, additional exercises seem justified. Should we accept, but they are also interested in a more in-depth, branch-specific training that could greatly hone our tactics and practice technology. Infantry maneuvers, artillery, combined arms exercise with armored units, or so they want to learn the military secrets. Decline the plan. Let's do those infantry maneuvers. After a thorough analysis of our exercise and technology sharing with our allies, we identified some aspects of our current military that can be easily improved. The exercise has also taught our commanders practical lessons on using modern equipment in the harsh regions of Eastern Europe. Despite the occasional intercultural clash among our common soldiers, the exercise was considered a success by both high commands. Gained 25 Army experience. Equipment shipments to East Asia. The Reichskolonialment has requested more guns to be sent to the operations in East Asia to reduce the shortage and ensure all divisions are at full specifications. These rifles will find themselves useful in ensuring the stability of our far eastern positions. Send 2,500 of our infantry equipment to German East Asia. Old ones go first. Let's see. They have a huge navy, by the way. They have 5 carriers. I want carriers. Which, I mean, we could actually technically build some of the Graf Zeppelin ones if we chose to, but we haven't yet. Excuse me. What I wanted to look at was your stockpile. Are you all really that low on infantry equipment? You have some Russian infantry equipment. That's probably what we just sent them. Yeah, they really don't have much of anything. Sorry if you hear a horn blowing. You might not be able to hear it, but I can hear it. I live right next to a set of train tracks. Well, not right next to them, but I live near a set of train tracks, and they are most definitely incredibly loud. I'm thinking about buying some of these old weaponry that's out on the market, but I'm really not interested in the rifles. I'd much rather see something else. Oh, these are Remington M34s created by Mauser. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the real use of buying out some of these. Rifles. I mean, I'd like to have a huge stockpile of rifles, but I also don't want to. We can sell these at like a low cost. Because it doesn't look like anybody's wanting to buy them. We'll just keep them and give them to somebody. That's probably what we'll do. Someone buys them, someone does. Shelling of Effringen. The bloodthirsty French have thrown their mask away and are revealing their intentions to attack Alès-Lorraine. At 6:30, a platoon of French tanks crossed the borders east of the Metz and opened fire against one of our border outposts near Elfring. The local patrol courageously fought back and drove off the invaders, but over a dozen have been killed or wounded by the end of the incident. Prince Wilhelm, who was present in the region, has been called back to Berlin and is to report the situation to the Kaiser as soon as possible, while the cabinet is now evaluating the crisis and discussing the best option to answer this odious crime. We can demand an official apology. World tension gained 16. I technically hope that we don't go to war just yet, because there's a lot of things I was trying to do. Let's see. We can do what? This is civilian factory, 2 infrastructure, civilian factory and infrastructure, civilian factory and infrastructure. We'll hold off on that. You all, though. I'm going to send Gunther von Kluge and some Air Force over to you. Commune of France mobilized. Well, I'm going to take those troops right back. It's now obvious the Communists plan to go to war with Germany, the so-called Avricourt massacre being nothing more than a convenient excuse. A general mobilization has been ordered by the Comité de Suite Publique. Our Signal Corps units in the west report that the massive concentrations of troops, including armored and motorized formations, have been deployed from Sedan to Montbéliard, with French fortifications near the Flemish border seem to have been significantly reinforced. At least one French plane has been shot down above German territory, and a few skirmishes have opposed our soldiers to French units near the Lane border. Warhawks within the cabinet and the Kaiser's entourage, encouraged by massive nationalist meetings in all major cities, is eager to rally troops for war and finish the French off for good. However, some military circles are less than enthusiastic, warning that the modern, innovative, well-trained French army is nothing like its battered 1919 counterpart and should not be underestimated. We can rally the troops, or we can pull back and end this confrontation. Lose political power. Increase tension by 2. I hate to do that. I hate to pull back, but I've got 24 more divisions that'll be ready in a little less than a month, and then I can get a bunch of new tanks rolling. If I can hold off for just like another year, I think I'll be in a much, much better position. I'll have my forces for the Norwegian campaigns. I'll have a much larger navy. We might be able to assist the Ottomans for enough time. I think just waiting would be my best option right now. I know that that's kind of shows weakness, but another month or another year would gain us just that much more advantage. So I'm going to pull back and try to end the confrontation. They might not accept it. I'm not so worried about the border here and them attacking. I'm much more worried about the Netherlands. Or not the Netherlands, but the Batavian commune. Bunch of destroyers. Some new submarines. I actually want you to go back into dry dock so you can start to repair. And I do want to max out that naval base, this naval base, and maybe even Flensburg. No, I think Wilhelmshaven will be alright. Get those two up to 10. I do want it's a lot of stuff that still has to be built. We're building a lot of AA. I do want don't want those at the top. Not so much the one in Hanover, but these two. Most definitely to at least 10. We might just call you all back to start repairing as well. And you can repair over here. And my submarines can probably also go into like maybe Stettin right there. No, go to Stettin. We'll start to repair these units up. Justification. The Russians are preparing for war against us. Yeah, because that increased world tension high enough for them to be able to do that. So I was really hoping that y'all would not do that yet. They're doing this one probably. Let's actually train up another. Well, what don't we have enough of? Infantry equipment. With that, are you sure we don't? Yeah, we only have 1,000. That's that medium tank chassis that I was hoping for. Do that. Go to production, medium tank. Let me look at my research real quick. Okay, yeah. So, production, armored vehicles, improved medium tank chassis, 3-man turret, medium cannon. Yeah, I want the radios. That's alright. The sloped armor, easy maintenance, reliability. Let's do I like that cased armor. How much does this make it? 19, 16. With how it is right now, it's 12.6 to build. Has a nice 93 armor. We can do welded armor. That adds chromium into the mix. Makes it 16 to build. I think the welded armor is a little bit better. We can do that nice diesel engine. It makes it pretty slow. Reliability is at 94, so I don't think he's bad at all. That's 93 to build. Wow. Should I just wait for 93 to build it? Yeah, let's just wait. We should get that 3 pretty soon. The skull of Chief Mkwawa. During the world tour of Germany, the young chief Adam Sepai of the Wahihi Kipil lodged an awkward request. During our subjugation of East Africa, their tribal leader, Chief Mkwavingia Mwangia, conducted a campaign of military resistance and going to rule for 8 long years. After his death, his head was cut off and sent by Commander Tom von Prince to Bremen Anthropological Museum. As part of his tour, Chief Sepe requested to visit the museum and see the skull. He asked it to be returned with him to Ringia. The Wahi have a superstition about the disposal of remains and wish to give his skull an honorable burial. What's a skull to good relations? It's the principal wars. Yeah, we'll just give the skull back. White Lithuania contracts German companies. The White Lithuanian government, needing equipment for its meager armed forces, has contacted a German firm to help them supply with old military hardware from the Weltkrieg, long retired from our stockpile. We welcome our businesses making profit and our eastern allies and bring some profit. Adds plus 25 political power, and an extra civilian factory will be available for 30 days. That's good with me. I need to move the 24 divisions down here to Ukraine, but man, White Lithuania looks like they outnumber the Russians significantly, as so do the Baltics. And Finland, I full-heartedly believe Finland would be able to hold for at least a little bit. If we need to move units to Finland, we can. That's when I should build these Alpine Jaeger divisions that I have an idea for. No one's going to buy those crappy tanks, but I'm actually going to come in here and buy probably most of these rifles. Six deliveries. 8 deliveries. I don't want the basic infantry equipment. Like, I will say I'm only looking for infantry equipment 1. Not the basic. You have some convoys. I don't really want your convoys. That's a nice almost 17,000 rifles there. So 8 deliveries. They'll take 15 factories. That's fine. As long as we can continue to build. I want to get done with this Kaiser Wilhelm so I can go and do other parts of my military focus tree. White Lithuania contracts German companies again, so we get plus 25 political power and an extra civilian factory again. We are Social Democrat, which, I mean, that's nothing crazy. What's this one? Ideologically change with Germany. Yeah, the Baltic states are most definitely more aligned with our ideology than I think most of these states. Yeah, the market liberals not so much, but the conservatives in Lithuania and the authoritarian Democrats down in Ukraine. So, in the shadows of His Majesty. Is that what this said? Oh, in the shadows of mighty wings. Sturmpanzerkampfwagen the 3. Okay. We got. That happens again. White Lithuania contracts German companies. That's fine. That's good for me. The Pacific states are back at war against the socialist states. I have an idea. Gonna try to take these units here, loop around, and then push down and try to defeat this whole pocket right here. Let's see. Cavalry units. Our allies in the east. This is the United Baltic Duchy. After initial turmoil throughout 1936, our puppet state to the east, the United Baltic Duchy, fell under the control of a military junta controlled by the Baltic Brotherhood, an association of radical Christian and nationalist nobility who sought to transform their state from the ground up. It is openly pan-Germanic, and whether we approve of their policies or not, they claim that everything they have done is geared towards loyalty to us and our supposed rule as the savior of Europe from the Eastern barbarism. A totalitarian nationalist military dictatorship now controls Riga and Revel. The ideology of the Brotherhood claims that the true nature of Germany, its national body, cannot manifest itself in the Kaiserreich, shackled by hundreds of old and new divisions alike. Therefore, the Baltic must set the example for Germany's national rebirth and sacrifice itself, its name and identity in the name of a new Germany. In practice, it means the Baltics are trying to appeal to our radical and nationalist political groups by settling themselves as a success story of national populism in Germany, and this example has allowed them to grow. Gain 5,000 manpower, and change in popularity of national populism 1%. You all are a little bit crazy, but that's okay. Conscription squad. Ugh. Rudiger von der Goltz. So you done that. Don't know what else you guys got. Poland's loyal. Okay. About done with this extra research slot, which we probably shouldn't have worried so much about. We are at 93 though, so production. Medium tanks. Excuse me again. I agreed with all of that. Yeah, that's fine. We did cast armor, I think, right? Or no, we did welded armor for that a little bit extra, and then the diesel engine. It is expensive. I mean, it takes chromium, steel, and tungsten, but I mean, this is like a tank. I don't even remember how much and I do need to buy tungsten from somebody. Let's get it from German East Asia. And then chromium, we'll buy more chromium from Sweden. I'm going to go to production and move my trains off. Yeah, Russia's planning on the war. What we should do is come over here, put up probably about that much two fighter groups and a close air support. And I do need to research these better points, which we are getting researched right now. Argentina took 3 states, Peru took 4, and Bolivia was annexed. I wonder if Bolivia will come out as a new little puppet or not. You all are still pretty friendly with me. I don't think you've done your... Yeah, you haven't done your military congress yet. Oh yeah, I forgot these units were even over here. Let's see if we can do something like that. Keep attacking, keep attacking, keep attacking. That's what we wanted, expanding that Kaiser Wilhelm. Maybe we should gain this space stability. No. Military. Stay focused. You gotta stay focused. Armored soft attacks, better reconnaissance. Invasion penalties, ship recovery rate, ground attack factor. Max training. Maybe the synthetic refineries would be nice. More prepared. I think it's motorized artillery attack. Well, we don't have really motorized artillery attack right now anyway. We'll get better funds, get better flat guns. See, this is for Mauser. Let's do some reliability history upgrade. Make you all a little bit more reliable. Making about 100 a day. Ethiopia declared war on Somalia. You know what? We will. Dominican Republic. Recall my volunteers. We'll send those down to fight in Ethiopia against Somalia. I was not paying attention and I got my Marines surrounded. Good job. I might be able to walk out of there. Nope.
Zurück! Greift weiter an!
That's for our Germania Werf. I think the submarines are what we're building with you. Let's get that fuel usage down. We're gonna recall our volunteers. Hopefully not lose that Marine division. We probably will. We shall see. Let's see, Federation.
Unter Beschuss! Los, ausrücken! Befehle? Angetreten! Ausrücken!
Russian operative captured. Ethiopia. Send volunteers. Send Eric von Manstein. I'm at 7,000. Solidify control, no. We do need to have some of these done. But, let's see. Can't afford, the entrenchment might be nice. And the armor. Let's do that entrenchment guy, for especially over here in Europe, or in, well, it's all against the communists.
Vorwärts, Männer! Bereit!
Ah, there. I'm gonna try to. There we go. Encircled that.
Befehle?
Argentina declared war on Brazil. Poland is loyal and stable. Yeah, they were loyal and stable last time too, and we all remember how that worked out. You're doing the Royal Academy of the Arts, right? Where's that at? Oh, down here. So you did Allies in Berlin, Unite the Poles, proposal for a united Poland. They must have said no. You get Patrons of Painters. And you did the Path of Least Resistance. So he actually is not a very bad king now. He is effeminate, but the King's Privacy Council is predominantly composed of Austrophile industrialists and magnates we speak of in deep with Galatia and the dual monarchy, plus 12% political power gain. Figurehead. But yeah, I guess they did not give up their territories. It would have been cool of you if you would have. Ah, we got caught unprepared again. Beginning of the Second Weltkrieg, the beginning of the Second Weltkrieg caught Germany and society unprepared, and not only because Germany was not an instigator of the conflict this time. Since 1934, it's been occupied with internal conflicts, partisan squabbles, and all of which were far more relevant to the politicians and the common people than distant worries of another military conflict. Russian aggression in the east and Syndicalist rearmaments in the west were concerning for sure, but the exception was that the undefeated Imperial German army will make quick work of the aggressors. As a result, the German Empire enters the war unprepared, and rapid mobilization policies will need to be passed in order to hasten our rise from slumber. Yet do we truly have time? We get plus 20% war support. We will receive the lacking preparedness modifier, whose initial effects will be determined by your pre-war actions, your national debt in the Black Monday, your secular failure at path unique mechanics, situation of the railway system, number of industrial decisions, and certain national focus in the military tree. So we are calling back all of our volunteer forces. And let's see. These 24, even though I wanted you all to be on the other side, we'll actually move you to East Prussia. And then you can come down to Hindenburg. And, well, actually, you know what? If I go into debt with rifles, this might work out for us because people should start to offer us weaponry. I need you all to hold down here. I need you all to hold here. Alright, now we are lacking preparedness, which hurts us. Air factory output negative 29% and negative 29 division defense, which is atrocious. Production though, 85. We're building those, building a bunch of civilians, a lot of anti-air. Alright, that's fine. Synthetic refineries. And then a buttload of those. We are only at war with the Russians right now, so let me see how many. I'm going to go into like massive debt with my rifles for just a second. Yeah. Let me play and pause. Quest material support. Please, sir, send me rifles. Hey, you don't want to give me anything. What about the Swiss state? You guys hate me pretty alright. Well, we can improve relations maybe later. Romania, you hate me just flat out. Bulgaria, you probably won't want to send me weapons. Ottomans are busy fighting. You all really hate me. Oh, the Kingdom of Spain doesn't like me anymore because they went social conservative instead of keeping authoritarian democrat. And we might be able to fix that. You gentlemen. Oh, you all have went military state. Okay. I was expecting the centralism or the military control. Would you send me rifles? No. I know Argentina would, though. Maybe not. We used to be at 70. It's probably not. Chile, probably not. Peru, most definitely not. Trying to see who is still friendly enough with me to want to send me rifles. I know the Chinese states probably would. Is there no, they wouldn't. Okay, I was like, is there a way? The Pacific states most definitely will not. I think I've pretty much exhausted everybody who I can ask equipment from. You guys hate me. The Ottomans would if they had the equipment. I'd say they don't have the equipment to send me. Yeah. All right. Well, with that, they're gonna send me 18,000. That's perfect because all I'm gonna do is take, I don't know, almost all of these units off. I know it's a little bit of a cheaty way to do it. We'll go up to 24 divisions there. 24 divisions here at 95. I do want 4 Panzer divisions to be made up, and probably 10 Mountaineer divisions to be made up. Yeah, I know we don't have any infantry equipment still. Negative 10,000. It's alright. We should be getting a pretty big boost from our allies there. And they will fall under a different field marshal. This gentleman here's returned. He's got some cavalry and the Marine division. I'm just going to give these gentlemen here, these guys, I do want to have my boy rating up here. I don't think the Russians actually have a fleet anywhere near here. And the first divisions will come over here to Ukraine, most definitely. Return of the Polish-German military mission. The officers of the military mission in Poland have returned to Germany. Heinz Guderian and Wolfgang von Chris being the most noteworthy ones. They have spent the past years in Poland as military advisors and organizers for King August IV, and it is largely their achievements that the Polish army boasts being the best disciplined force out of our Eastern Slavic allies. Now their work is complete, and the Guderian is offering his service to the fatherland once more. Army experience plus 25, and we get Heinz Guderian. Perfect. Yeah, I know I need a lot of infantry equipment and a lot of actual tanks, because the tanks I had were some trash. We will call you two. What do we got? Some fighters, some bombers. So let's do one on air superiority, one on interception, and close air support, naval strike. No, we're not worried about naval strike. And let's see. With that, I need you all to hold firm in case Serbia wants to go crazy. Russia invades the Reichspakt. For 2 decades, Germany and Russia have been at peace despite the animosity left by the Russian defeat in the Great War. The price of 5 years of sovereign and civil war was steep, and neither side wished to pay it again. Not everyone was convinced that this would last. You're right, it didn't last. Erich von Manstein, you will be sent over here to Finland. Poland wants to send me some rifles. Lithuania does. Finland does, and the Baltics do. That's fine. I'll take them all. Flanders, Wallonia, no. I kind of want to bring Middle Africa into the fold. I do want to look at something, though. Okay, you're reconciling the paramilitaries. You're about done. But you all have not done anything too much yet with your military. Let's do intelligence agency. Yeah. Let's get the cryptology department running, because I want to get the... that's what I was thinking was going to happen. The cryptology department up against Ukraine. Well, since the Kingdom of Greece joined in favor of them, I think I'm going to take these 5 divisions and move them against Greece. How many units do you actually have? 19 to 27. I'd say Serbia. I'd say all of you will probably join. Putting Bulgaria in kind of a rough spot, if I do say so. So we'll send some units down to fight for Bulgaria. I don't have a whole lot. Alright, so now we have the United States of Greater Austria. They are all completely... when will that come in? Yeah, you have volunteers. Okay, you're sending... It's the 16th of February. Oh no, they should all be there in 27 days. Okay. That's alright. No, we won't do that. We can do the anti-syndicalist trials for some more war support. War support's pretty high right now. Change the popularity of social democracy. Start getting rid of that. And I know you're like, you have a lot of large military over here. Yeah, I have no dreams or want right now to move any of those units over here. Once these guys come out, they should be done, what, in like a couple days? Yeah. I probably will move them to Ukraine. That, or I can move them right here and try to push, but... Trying to take out Smolensk or something like that. I think the Russians went to war not being fully prepared. The Reichskriegsflagge is the war flag of the German Empire, officially intended solely to be flown at sea, yet its fame among the German nation has led to it being widely adopted in national propaganda. It is especially beloved by the political right, to whom it is associated with the glorious victories of the First Weltkrieg and the national unity that they desire to replicate with their agendas. Now that Germany is once again embroiled in a world war, the question of using the Reichskriegsflag has returned once more through the black, white, and red coalition, or black, white, and red will remain the official flag throughout the conflict. We have the option of relying deeply on the war flag in wartime propaganda, as well as flying it in official instances, and at the front making a de facto state flag. Alternatively, if it isn't to the government's liking, the peacetime tricolor can be remained as the primary national symbol. We can adopt the Reichskriegsflag for the duration of the war, which I think we will. It doesn't. All it does is change the photo to that.
All right.
I think it looks pretty nifty. We'll put you under your own field marshal. Meinstein, you can go under him. And I want... we've got Gunther Kluge. He's an armored officer, though. We're going to wait. You're a really good armored officer. Heinz Gudrun. I'm looking for an infantry guy. You're an engineer in a fortress bunker. Herman Hoth. Yeah, you're 2, 2, and 4. You're not great, but you know what? Oh, you're a defense guy. That's right. You're not a very good defense guy either. No. We can do Kleist. I have plans for him. You've been a very good general in charge of our motorized, which I might change out Meinstein for him. Just because he just got reconnaissance.
Angetreten.
Yeah, let's switch. You know, we'll just give him Herman Hoth. I don't. Yeah, it'll be all right. Now, Field Marshal. We got this gentleman. We can move. Yeah, we'll move Kurt von Hammerstein over there, and we'll put Elfred von Voller Bockelberg as our defensive guy over here. And then, that's a horrible river. I'm thinking maybe right here. Trying to maybe form a pocket. I was thinking sending them to Ukraine, but Ukraine doesn't seem to be losing a whole lot of territory. We might be able to actually push with these guys. We are buying this equipment, and we're also getting a bunch of equipment from Austria. And I will be sending units down to fight against the Greeks once they return. I think they have, what? Just a couple, like about a week. Russia declared war on German East Asia. It's alright. Now, Air Force. Oh, that's where all their fighters are at. Up here in the Baltics. They didn't really... Oh, no, they sent quite a bit more down here to fight. We'll take you all. Do interception missions up here in the Baltics. And I want you all. I also want to see how long we got. 94 days. Yeah, it'll be a little bit. Most definitely build some of these up. I know you're like, but what about these? Yeah, these most definitely need to be built for just aerial. Siam is preparing to declare war on our ally Germany East Asia. You know, I'd be like, I'm scared, but like, Japan's already at war with the Chinese United Front, and Siam is also at war with them and Burma, so that it would just put them. Oh, and yeah, I forgot Insulindia is part of them as well. So that's not good news. Especially because German East Asia is not actually that strong. There's some MPs. Let's get them reconnaissance companies better. I do want all of you to be on motorized policy. We'll get done with this, and then we will switch over to a different focus. Maybe we should have sent these boys down there. Let's see, they do have somewhat of a navy fighting up here in the Baltic Seas. So we might put you guys just on patrolling. Just to see. But I will not take my big fleet. What's that? I will not take my big fleet up there. I don't see the point. I doubt they have anything crazy. Got 64 destroyers in our big fleet. 10 battleships. 13 heavy cruisers. This is a fleet to be most definitely wary of. And we're producing submarines at an astronomical rate. Put more there. It'll be important, trust me. It'll be important when the time comes, because we'll have to control large parts of our territories with these gentlemen. I did take it to throw pots there. That's alright. Democratic oppositions continue. In 1914, during the beginning of the Weltkrieg led to the formation of a peace between all the differing parties and movements in the German Empire. Even the Social Democrats chose to endorse the war in near unison. Now, however, times appear to have changed. Throughout the past few years, democratic civilian society has struggled against our reform projects, which they deem tyrannical and authoritarian, as baseless as their claims might be, and they are no longer as enthusiastic to defend it as they were 20 years ago. Of course, no true social democrat or progressive liberal would ever accept a syndicalist regime. Thus, the agitation of the movement of March 3rd will be somewhat muted. However, the line is that we must immediately make an honorable peace with the aggressors and resist any return to the military dictatorship of the First Weltkrieg. Any attempt to mobilize the industries against the right of labor will be sure to spark strikes, and our opponents will continue to demand democratic reform in the Reichstag. Bastards lose negative 5,000 political power, or 5,000 political power, manpower. Gain base war support negative 2%, and events on the resistance of democratic society will continue until we complete the national focus, anti-sedition laws, and dissolve socialist organization, as well as all of their unlocked decisions. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's see, are the Greeks going to join the war? They haven't yet, but chances of them doing so are quite large. I'm trying to think, would it be better to move them up there? I think moving them to Bulgaria would be the smartest option for right now. Can we get military access? No. Well, if we improve relations, we might be able to. We might not be able to anyway. That'll be alright. Machine Gewehr. The MP40. Flanders, Wallonia. Morocco wants to send us some. Belarus wants to send us some. There's a minor strike. some weapon testings. Let's immediately start working on the wartime mobilization. Incredibly loud. Let's do production efficiency gain a cap. Let's do we go in there and take door pot. Georgia and Azerbaijan are okay. Yeah, see, I figured that they were gonna go soon. Actually take you all out of here, and I think you all need to go to the south. Then we'll move some units up there once they are produced. We'll use these guys. We're just waiting for a bunch of rifles to show up. Put you out of Memel. Alright. Yeah, I figured that was about to happen. I was kind of dumb on Greece's part though, because they've left their pretty much their whole flank just wide up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let Greece be as dumb as they want to be. If we can capitulate Greece early, then you're kidding me. Call the arms, yeah, because we are guaranteeing their independence. We'll lose 20 stability. Yeah, we'll just accept that. We'll send these guys from Greece over there when the time comes. Let's see, it was a naval battle. We lost one destroyer. Move those boys over down there. We are sinking a bunch of their convoys, and we seem to be meeting. Oh, they chose not to fight. Let's see, we're 14,000 low on weaponry. This should arrive in 2 days.
Los, los!
Russia's broken our ciphers. Crown Prince Wilhelm offered army command. Wilhelm, the Crown Prince of the German Empire, has been offered to commission in the army once again by the Kaiser's inner circle to lead the troops in the Second Weltkrieg. During the First Weltkrieg, he was one of the supreme commanders in the Western Front. Though his leadership was criticized by many of his generals, he returned home victorious. Perhaps he can prove himself once again. Yeah, we'll let him do it again. I could ask Middle Africa for some troops to fight, but... What's this? This is for Commune of France and the Empire of Japan. They're all coming at us at once. Let's see. No set location. We'll set you here. Memel, Upper Silesia. I'm hoping that these units can hold for... Can at least hold. I'm a little bit worried about this in Amsterdam, but we shall see. We'll probably be on the defensive a lot in this area. Our units are arriving. The Russians are most definitely not doing nearly as good. I will be taking... who's better? 5, 3, 5, and 3, 4, 3, 5, and 6. You're trickster and engineer. You're just an organizer. You're most definitely better in attack. That supply consumption is quite nice on Manstein. We'll take you. We might switch the generals later. So I'll take these guys and move them over to fight in the Central American republics here soon. Serbia has not yet joined the Moscow Accords, nor has Romania, so it's a little bit of good news for us for right now. The Ottomans are actually now being able to push Iran back, where Iran's not getting the support they once were. And the Princely Federation is pretty much getting pushed almost all the way back. Good news is the Chinese are doing quite well on the United Front. They're doing okay, I should say. Trying to think if I should move troops. I think I need to worry about regular. Formed our description department. Let's see. Can't do that. Do some better mountaineers. Updated production of flak guns. Alright, well, this will end the episode. The world is alight. The Second Weltkrieg is ongoing. I expect some heavy fighting over here against the Third International relatively soon. I'm hoping that, just because I can't see really how many units are in here, that it's not as many as I'm expecting, and that the 48 we have will be enough to push them back. But I'm hesitant to believe that that'll be enough. Hopefully our Navy will be able to at least fight a little bit. They do have quite a large military Navy themselves. But we shall see. And I'm also hoping that maybe the Kingdom of Spain still likes us and might want to still join us. So we might, before I end the episode, I'm going to improve relations with you. And you already like us, so let's see. We'll cancel that. And you won't accept. I might have to go into debt again to get some more rifles. But that'll be it for the episode. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.